All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Diego Scotti from Verizon, and it's a very exciting day for us today. So thank you for being here, everyone in this room, and everybody that is watching us on the webcast live online. So thank you. There's no better way to start this event today than that way, talking about better matters, especially because we did build at Verizon the largest and most reliable network because our customers need us every day, but also because Better Matters doesn't just stop with the network, but it's about everything that we do. And that includes our partners. So we're very proud today to be here with our partners in Motorola, introducing the new Droid that you'll see in a minute. And I could assure you that after this event today, everything that you thought about a smartphone is going to change. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to David Small from Verizon.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Glad you're all here. Thank you for taking the time to come out and talk with us about some exciting plans we have for a device launch. So as I was preparing for this, it was interesting. About 6 years ago, we launched our very first Droid device. We launched it with Motorola. For those of you who remember, way back when, it had a 5-megapixel camera, one camera. It ran on Eclair, which is in the distant food memory, so to speak. And you know, the most interesting thing, it had some beta applications for Google Maps and some other things, but it also lacked one other thing, and that was it didn't run on our 4G LTE network. And when you think about all of the things that Verizon has done to build a terrific network, and you think about Better Matters, we've done an awful lot to make sure that devices that run on our network are able to get the speed and the performance and the reliability. And that's why I think Droid and Verizon are a great match together. Thinking a little bit more about our network, we certainly have the largest 4G LTE network. It's by far the best performing network. It's the most reliable. It's the fastest. Any third-party entity that you talk to will simply tell you the very same thing. We're also building upon this great network by building small cells for capacity and coverage, distributed antenna systems for capacity and coverage. We've most recently launched our XLTE a couple of years ago, where it doubles the bandwidth via spectrum in many of our markets, and so it gives a much better customer experience than what we've been able to do in the past. What this really means for customers is no matter how many they are, wherever they're at, they're going to get that same great, reliable performance that they've come to expect from Verizon Wireless. Since Verizon Wireless was formed in 2001, we have spent over $100 billion on our network. That excludes spectrum. We spend on average about $10 billion a year, again, to make sure this network is robust and it performs at the level of expectation that our customers have. Now, that being said, you have to continue to invest in that network on a year in, year out basis to guarantee that type of performance. Okay, now the greatest network obviously needs the greatest phones that are out there. And a phone is only as good as the network it's on. And so this is really the foundation of the Verizon-Motorola partnership. The first Droid device, the Droid Turbo, was launched last year, and it specifically addressed many customer pain points that you're going to hear more about today. It had a tremendous battery life, has a tremendous battery life of 48 hours. You could do turbo charging to allow you to get significant capacity on your battery in a very, very short period of time. It also had a screen assurance program, which meant if your screen broke, you could get a new screen. Now, there will be a phone that cares for all of those things that we've talked about, coupled with a terrific screen. We've got a short video I'd like to play now. Great video. You're going to see a little bit more about that in just a moment. In fact, as we were playing the video looking out across the audience, it's clear to me that several of you have experienced exactly what you saw on that video. Many consumers, certainly they drop a phone, it falls out of their pocket, things of that nature. Motorola has been working very, very hard over the last few years to develop a solution, and I think it's absolutely spectacular. The result of that is something that you're going to hear from in just a second, a shatterproof screen, and it's developed on Motorola's Shatter Shield technology. I'm very excited about this device. I've been using it for several weeks. It performs flawlessly. And to really give you the detail today, we're going to have Rick from Motorola, Rick Osterloh, if he could come up and tell us all about the device. Rick, it's all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone, for coming here today. We're really excited to launch the new Droid Turbo 2 with Verizon Wireless. And this product is tremendous, and it has this amazing capability called Moto Shatter Shield. Here's the product right here. And you're probably going to want to take a picture of this because I'm going to drop it right here. Oh! A little dusty, but it's all fine. So at Motorola, we're all about trying to solve real consumer problems and building a better mobile relationship for our users. And one of the problems today is that phones are just too fragile. They're too fragile to survive in our hard world full of stairs, concrete, parking lot, all these terrible places where you can break a glass screen. Kids are another real problem, aren't they? I have 3 boys who are really good at breaking phones. So you might be a little skeptical about this setup we have here. Maybe I just positioned it the right way or whatever. But I can assure you this is kind of the worst case scenario. Hard concrete with a bunch of uneven surface. And the way that we like to drop it is the worst kind of drop of all, which is face down right onto it to show the capability. And normally that would be the sound you hear right before tears. But obviously that's not the case with Moto Shatter Shield. So from the chemical construction of the materials used, the testing process, our engineers and designers built this technology from the inside out. Building shatterproof screen was not an easy task. It was an audacious challenge. It took our team 3 years, dozens and dozens of test fixtures, lots of computer simulation, and many PhDs to solve this major smartphone anxiety. And the result is Moto Shatter Shield, a world-first innovation. Our exclusive Moto Shatter Shield technology is an integrated system consisting of 5 layers that are designed for materials to absorb shock, and they're guaranteed not to shatter. So the first one, we start with a rigid aluminum core to provide structural integrity and durability. Next, we add a stunning AMOLED flexible display. Using a flexible display means it can absorb shock and it will bend rather than break during a drop, unlike most screens made of glass. We also have a dual touch layer with redundancy to survive accidents. Normally after a drop, the touch layer on your phone can go bad and your touch screen won't work as well. And so we've added a fail-safe mechanism. We also have an interior lens, which provides a clear protective shield that won't crack or shatter, and another exterior lens that has a unique hard coat that helps protect the display against dents and scratches. Now, the sum is greater than all the parts here. Shatter Shield delivers unprecedented durability and protection from these everyday accidents. But the Droid Turbo 2 has more than just this shatterproof display. First off, Droid Turbo 2 is the first Droid you can customize on Moto Maker. we've added more material options than ever before with your choice of soft grip, ballistic nylon, or genuine Horween pebbled leather. In fact, there's more than 1,000 ways to make the Droid Turbo 2 exactly how you want it. So it won't shatter. You can customize it. Now, what else can it do? First off, we know battery life is really critical for all users. And that's why we give you 48 hours of it, so you can power through the day and well into the next day without giving it a second thought. And longer battery life allows you to watch more content and capture more images. You can also charge your Droid Turbo 2 in a snap. It has our fastest wireless charging fastest charging technology. With turbo power, you can get 13 hours of charge in just 15 minutes. You don't have to worry about your battery dying when you want to watch an NFL game on NFL Mobile, like maybe the Chicago Bears. You can get things done faster. This product has the top of the line specs, including the Snapdragon 810 from Qualcomm. And it's all wrapped in a lightweight design that won't weigh you down, with a 5.4-inch Quad HD display. It also has our best ever camera, a 21 megapixel imager that DxO, one of the industry's leading analysts, has rated an 84, which is one of the top marks in the mobile camera business today. We've also added a 5 megapixel imager on the front, so you can take great selfies. And it's got a wide angle lens that lets you get more people into the shot, and you don't need one of those silly sticks. With Droid Turbo 2, we're giving people more of what they want and taking away the gut-wrenching panic that comes when you accidentally drop your phone with Moto Shatter Shield, Moto Maker, and a top-rated camera. But we're not here just to talk about the Droid Turbo 2. As many of you noted when we sent out the invite, it said droids, as in plural. So today, we're also here to talk about Droid Maxx 2. Droid Maxx 2 delivers on what's most important to consumers. It's in the name, Maxx. Max battery, max megapixels, and max value. A long-lasting battery means you can do more of what you love without stopping to recharge, and you'll get up to 48 hours of use, making low battery warnings a thing of the past. When you do need to recharge, you can do it quickly. Turbo Power gives you 8 hours of charge in 15 minutes with the Droid Maxx 2. We've also significantly improved the camera. You can quickly launch the 21 megapixel imager with just a simple twist of your wrist and then take beautiful, true-to-life photos like the ones you're seeing here, thanks to a rapid focus and color balancing flash. You can even shoot video in full HD. And you'll see some images that we've taken going by here. They look stunning. Now, what good are amazing pictures if you don't have an amazing screen? Well, the Droid Maxx 2 has a 5.5-inch full HD display that shows photos perfectly and beautifully, and it brings these videos and games to life. Now, there's also more. You wanted expanded memory, and so we've listened. The product has an optional micro SD slot, which allows for 128 gigabytes of additional storage. So there's always plenty of space for anything you want to do on the device. And you can even customize your design with a variety of interchangeable backs and a protective flip shell that lets you express how you want to express yourself, or you could just change whatever you want for the mood of the day. And now you can probably see why we call it Maxx. Droid Maxx 2 is the perfect choice for those who want unbelievable battery life, a great camera for a great value. We've created the best droids yet, and we've worked closely with Verizon to optimize them to run on the very best network. Here to tell you about pricing and availability, please welcome Verizon's Jeff Dietl to the stage.
All right, thanks, Rick. Okay, thanks, Rick. We know our customers are going to be as excited as we are to get their hands on these devices, and that's why we're launching them in about 48 hours from now. So on Thursday, the devices will be available in all 16 1,600 Verizon Wireless retail stores, as well as on VerizonWireless.com, and with all of our retail partners. And to kick the launch of the Droid Turbo 2 off, we're going to launch with a limited time trade-in offer, where consumers will be able to trade in their existing smartphone for up to $300 off of the Droid Turbo 2. And for the first time ever, we'll actually accept smartphones with a cracked screen. So when you trade in that cracked screen, you'll never have that problem again when you upgrade to the Motorola Droid Turbo 2. You heard Rick describe Moto Maker is going to make its introduction into the Droid franchise for the first time this year. It'll also be a first for us because we'll allow consumers to design their phone and pay for their phone in an end-to-end simple process in our stores. In addition to that, for customers that are indecisive and can't determine which color they want and might not necessarily want the same color or same design for the full 2 years that they have the device, we'll allow customers to refresh that design once 2 years after purchase with the 64 gig version. So let's run through what the lineup's going to look like. Maxx 2 is going to retail for $16 per month. The Turbo is going to continue in the lineup throughout the rest of this year and into next year, and that will retail for $20 a month. And then the two new Turbo 2s will retail in two different formats, 32 gig for $26 per month and 64 gig for $30 per month. The 64 gig version will allow users to refresh it again once in the 2 years that they own the device. I'll turn it back to Diego now, and he can close us out.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, thank you. So, isn't that great, right? It is amazing, and I think there's no better demonstration of better matters than what this device and what Motorola has done with this device tell us today. So I'm going to invite you now to stick around because you want to be able to experience every aspect of this phone for yourselves. You're going to see 4 different areas that we're going to open up as soon as we're finished here. One, so you can look at the shadow shield technology and test the phones by yourselves. Then you're going to see the Moto Maker application, so you can actually see how this phone can be personalized. The amazing battery capability that you're going to be able to test right there. We can do some speed tests in terms of battery charging with your own phones and see for yourself, and also the Droid Maxx 2, so you can see also what that phone is all about. I wanted to thank everybody for being here, Rick, David, Jeff, for your help today as well, and congratulations to everybody at Verizon and Motorola for this amazing partnership. Before I go, I want to leave you with a little preview of the commercial that is going to start in the next 24 hours nationally, so you're going to see it for the first time here. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody online. Bye-bye.
There are things we expect from a phone screen. We expect it to be rigid. We expect it to be flat. We expect it to be fragile. But what if it wasn't? Wouldn't that change what we expect from a phone? Meet the new Droid Turbo 2 with Moto Shatter Shield technology. The world's first shatterproof screen. Only on Verizon.